So good morning once more, Mr. And which school did you say is this? Grade what? Grade 4. You are ready to learn?
Yes.
Good. Here where we are, I've said this is an institute called Dairy Research Institute. Dairy Research what?
Institute.
Under an organization called Kenya Agriculture and Livestock Research Organization, KALRO. KAL, it deals majorly with dairy. And with dairy we have dairy cows and dairy goats, and we are also dealing with Non-Ruminant Research Institute, which deals with poultry and piggery. Poultry and what? With poultry we only deal with what we call chicken. Do you know chicken?
Yes.
How do they look like? Can somebody describe a chicken? Yes. It has 2 legs, another one. Covered with feathers, another one. Small beak, another one. Legs and beak are color yellow, yes. It has wings, yes. Cannot fly. Difficult in flying, are you sure? If I throw my hen up here, will not fly? It can fly but has difficulty in flying. Yes, now where we are here, it's a pasture and fodder section. Pasture and fodder section is a section of feed production for the animals. Feed production for animals. So we do plant pastures here and fodder majorly to feed to our animals. And these animals are only 2. One is a cow and a bull, and the other one are goats. Cow and goats. So when we plant these crops, majorly is to feed our animals. Why do we feed our animals? Yes. Grow healthy, another one. To give us a lot of milk, To stay strong, the last one. Yes, they can grow to give us milk. Now the last one. To be healthy. Very good. So have you learnt about different types of crops that we grow for the animals? Like one is what? Wheat, another one. Apart from wheat, yes. Maize, another one. Napier grass, another one. Another one. Good. So where we are standing here, I want to show you how many types of crops. 2. Now I'm holding the first crop. Which crop is this? Napier grass. Why do you say it's a napier grass? It has narrow leaves. It's green in color. It has a long stem. Narrow leaf, green in color, and a long stem. It's only fed to the animals to give the animals energy. Say energy. Energy is majorly for the purpose of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates. So this one is napier grass. Napier what? How do we propagate this? Who knows how do we propagate napier grass? How to propagate, how do we plant napier grass? Yes? You want to know? Another one. You do cuttings, Say cuttings. Yes, cuttings are this one. So you take the stem. I've said the stem is long, So you take the stem, you cut using a panga. After cutting, you remove the coverings on the stem, So you need to have how many nodes? 3 nodes. With the 3 nodes, this one is called a complete cutting, ready for planting. So what you do, you have just to sink it down in the soil. Sink it down to where? In the soil. So you leave it for germination. You leave it for what? So how do we propagate Napier grass again? Through planting cuttings. You have to answer. So I've said this is Napier grass. Now I have another crop here. It's called what? Who knows this? Yes? No, you've tried. It's not a sweet potato vine. Another trial before I say. This one is called Desmodium. Desmodium. Yes, is a fodder crop to be fed to our animals. And this Desmodium is given to our animals because we want to give them protein. Say protein. Yes, protein. Protein is good to increase milk in animals. Protein is good to increase milk in what? So we only give Desmodium in high content to the animals that give us what? Milk. But those ones that give us beef or meat, we give Napier grass. That is why we have Desmodium and Napier grass. And now we have planted Desmodium and Napier grass. Which type of planting is that? When I plant more than one crop in a piece of land, I'm doing what? What am I doing? Yes. You have tried another one? Yes. Mixed cropping, another one, the last one before I say. Yes.
A word that starts with letter I.
It's called what? No, no. Yes. Yes. Improve planting. Okay. Intercropping. Clap for her. So when I plant Desmodium and Napier grass, that mixture is called an intercrop. It's called what? Intercrop of Desmodium and Napier grass. So when I cut this Napier grass and Desmodium, I'll feed my animal. I'll show you how to prepare this as we feed to our animals. Now, have you known this kind of crop? Is an intercrop of Desmodium and Napier grass. So just the way you are standing now, you can face over there. I go to the other crop. Excuse. So we are here on another crop. There I said Desmodium gives animals what? Protein. I'm here on another crop that gives animals protein. The name itself is called Lucerne. It's called what? Lucerne. The correct name you can call it is alfalfa. Alfalfa. Do you know alfalfa? So Lucerne, L-U-C-E-R-N-E, L-U-C-E-R-N-E, Lucerne, and gives animals what when we feed to the animal? Protein. And how do we propagate Lucerne? Using seeds. Using what? So you can do either planting on rows or you can broadcast. How many kinds of planting of Lucerne? 2. One is, and the other one is broadcasting. So ours here we did plant on rows. That's why you can see the rows the way they are. But if I could be having a large piece of land, I would rather do what? Broadcast. How do you broadcast? You spread the seeds on the soil. Then you leave it for germination. From germination you go to transplanting. After transplanting you do what? You go to weeding, another one. Disease control, another one. After disease control, when the crop is mature, it does what? No, before you harvest, it does what? It does what? What are you seeing over there? The purple color is what? The flowers, eh? So after germination, the crop will mature. After maturity, it does what? It flowers. After flowering, it does what? Pollination. Pollination produces what? Seeds. Seeds are again taken where back? To the soil for propagation. So you can see the procedure and the cycle. So what are these? These are leaves, and this one between the leaf and this one is? This one here. A branch. Then itself is what? The stem. Then whatever comes here is called what? The roots. So Lucerne has got roots, has got stems, has got branches, and has got leaves. Then the defined leaves are called what? Defined leaves are called what? They are called what? What pricks you when you touch a lantana? Thorns, So those are what? What are thorns? Defined leaves, Lucerne doesn't have defined leaves. Lucerne has leaves, stem, branch, root, and flowers. At the same time, it has seeds. So this is what? Lucerne crop or alfalfa. Good. Now let us move like this. We see other crops. And the way you can see inside our field, we have planted only sweet potato vines. But there is something else growing inside the sweet potato vine. What is that? What is that thing that is growing inside sweet potato like this one? Yes. This one is? No, I want the correct name. We planted only sweet potato vines, but I'm finding this one in my farm. What is this? This is a weed. What is a weed? So when I find this in my farm, I do what? I weed it out. I either spray with herbicide, or I can uproot, or I can dig it out. So anything like this competes with my crop because of nutrients. Because of what? So my crop will be emaciated. My crop will be what? Or will grow very thin. Will grow very? Now look at this root here. Tell them, what are you seeing? What is this?
A seed.
This one.
It is seed.
This one.
Adudu.
Adudu. So what is adudu in a crop? It's a pest. So crops always have pests. If you want to remove pests in a crop, what do? You spray with pesticides to control pests. Then if you look at my crop here, what are you seeing? A dry what? So this one is an indication of what? A disease. Indication of what? So crops have what? Diseases, and crops are infested with pests. Crops are infested with weeds. Weeds, pests, and diseases. So all that are supposed to be done what? To be controlled. For your crop to give you a product at the end of the day, sindio? So that's why we do disease control, that is why we do weed control, and that is why we do pest control. With this crop, we normally feed us and animals. It gives us a tuber that you always eat at home. It's called what? Sweet potato. Even the animals do what? They eat. So this kind of a crop is called a competitive crop. Competitive because animals can feed on it and human beings can feed on it. So we compete with the animals on this kind of crop. How do you propagate this crop? Yes? No, you don't use seeds. Yes? Yes, what are the vines? The stem. After removing what? After removing, so you take this stem, then you sink down in the soil. That is how you have already planted that crop. So the propagation of this crop is called what? Vine propagation. So you have understood? So it is always given to our animals to feed them, to give our animals protein. Gives our animals what? Protein. Now stand facing the other side. This kind of soil is called black alluvial. Black alluvial. It is loose, it is not sandy, it does not always keep moisture. At the same time, it's very good in terms of containing what we call nutrients. Have you understood? Good. There where our teacher is standing, that tree is called a tree Lucerne. Tree what? The one behind the tree Lucerne is called Lucerne. Lucerne. Lucerne is L-U-C-E-A-N-I-A-E. Lucerne. Lucerne, you know, is L-U-C-E-R-N-E. Then we have this one called Caliandra. Called what? Caliandra. Caliandra is C-A-L-I-A-N-D-R-I-A. Caliandra. All the three that I've mentioned are called fodder trees. Why do we call them fodder trees? What is a fodder crop? Who knows a fodder crop? A fodder crop is a crop that is grown, allowed to mature, then harvested from the field and taken to the animal to feed on it. We do not allow animals to feed on fodder crops on the field. That is the difference between a fodder crop and a pasture crop. A pasture crop is a crop that is grown, allowed to mature, and we allow animals to graze on it direct from the field. Have you understood? So those are fodder trees because they are trees. These others here are fodder and pastures because we can cut them and give to the animal to feed, or we can allow the animals to graze on. So it can be a fodder or it can be a pasture. So what you are seeing over here, these are kinds of sweet potato vines. We have the vetch, which is after the tree Lucerne. We have here njahe, which is lab. Do you know njahe? And the correct name is lab, L-A-B, L-A-B. So these other crops you are seeing are called napier grass. We have bracharia, we have Guatemala, we have sesbania, we have bomarods, we have colored green grass, we have edible bananas. Would you like to see them? Yes. So you can just move around very fast then we go to the goat. So where we are here, we are doing what? What am I doing? Carrying what? What is the color? White. White, eh? This is a breed of a goat called Saanen. It's called what? Saanen. S-A-A-N-E-N. S-A-A-N-E-N. It's called a Saanen. So it's white in color. White in what? White in color.
Everybody silent.
This one here is chocolate in color. It's called a Toggenburg. Called what? Toggenburg. You can see the face has some marks called what? White in color. Yes. Good. So what I was carrying, these are the two kinds of breeds we have here that you can at least appreciate. We have a Toggenburg and we have a Saanen. On this other side, we have others, the black one with the white marks on the face called British Alpine. British what? Then we have others that are dotted. The ones that are dotted are called Kenya Dual Purpose Alpine. Why do we keep goats? For meat, another one. For milk, another one. For skin, another one. For income, another one. For horns, another one. For bones to make glue, another one. Yeah, we've said meat. We have the fur on top, Cindy. That fur is used to make what? Clothes, eh? So that is why we keep what? Goats. And goats are very friendly. Goats are called small ruminants. Are you getting that? You'll learn that in grade 7 and 8 as you keep on learning. So goats are very friendly, but we have some goats that are sometimes hostile. Goats will always feed on the feed that I've shown you over in the field. They'll feed on what? The feed that I've shown you in the field. And how do we feed the goats? We normally chop the feed and bring it to the goats. We normally do what? We chop or we cut. We cut the feed. We make it very small for the goats to be able to do what? To feed. So goats are called browsers. Browsers meaning they always browse on leaves. But cows are grazers. That's why you see them grazing on the grass. So that is the difference about that. Who has a question over here? The name. The name, I've shown you the color. If you see the color that is white, that one is called a Saanen. Another goat that is white is called a Gala goat. And another one is called a black-headed. Yes? Oh, these things on the ears are identification tags. Identification tags. If you want to know the number of this goat, we normally give them an identification so that we can know this goat is from which mother and father. Yes? This one. Yeah, this one has removed because it hung on a wire, then it got off. Another one, the last one. The gender. The gender, you look at the reproductive system. Like for this one here has teats. Has teats. So this one is a female. Then the other one that has testicles like that one is a male. Even this one is a male. Have you seen? So have you known them? Can we leave and see the cows? Animals don't like what? So here where we are, these are called what? Cows. Why do you call them cows? You have seen the udder. They have big udders and teats. So that is why they are called cows. How many types of cows do you know? One. Called what? The breeds. Yes. Male and female. These ones are only female. And they are housed under a structure called a zero grazing shed. Zero grazing what? In a zero grazing shed, we always have a feeding area where you can see they are feeding on napier grass and desmodium. Napier grass and what? Desmodium. The ones I did show you over there. Then here we have what? So it has water for the animal, feed for the animal. So they will always eat from here. Then over here is where they do what? They sleep. They sleep where? Here. And you can see they also have their mattresses. These are what? A mattress. So we always give our cows a better place to sleep, a better place to drink water, and a better place to feed. You want to see how we process our feed? Come over here. I show you very fast. So what is this? Napier grass. So I want to process this napier grass to give to my animals. I'm having a machine here called a chaff cutter. It's called what? A chaff cutter. So move a bit far kidogo. I'll switch on my machine. So what is teacher doing? What is teacher doing? So you can see now it's cutting the feed. It's called what? A chaff cutter. So it's cutting our feed to be like what? It was full, now it is half. So you have seen how a chaff cutter works. We use it to do what? To cut our feed. Unaweka tu. Weka tu alafu tukienda hivi. What is this? This one is? What is it? It is a spade or a big spoon, eh? What of this one? Wheelbarrow. This is a wheelbarrow. What is this? A broom, eh? For cleaning our shed, eh? What is this? What is this one? This one? A panga. And this one? So you have seen how to process our feed. If you don't have this machine at home, you use what? A panga to cut your fodder for your animals. Then once your shed is dirty, you clean using a hand broom. A hand what? A hand broom. Just to push all the dung to get out for the room to be clean. After that, if it is not muddy, you can use makuti broom. Then once you've done that, you'll use a spade to scoop and put on what? A wheelbarrow. That is how to clean our shed, yes? Our milking area is here and I have a milking machine. So this one is my milking machine. This machine has got the milking parts. This one we normally put on the teats of the cow. When we milk, this milk will always come in this cylinder called a milking churn. A milking what? A milking churn. And this is the machine. So this one is 50-liter milking churn for milking our what? Animals using a milking machine. Yeah, there are 4 because the cow has how many teats? 4 teats. So we insert in the cow's udder. Then it starts milking. Any question? This one. The other one, the other which is a bit complex than this. Yeah. Yes? No, it doesn't feel pain when you use this machine because it has a rubber end. It has got a rubber end, so it doesn't hurt the cow. Another question? When there is no more milk, you'll not see milk coming in from this because this is a transparent part. So when milk comes, normally you'll see through this. So when you don't see milk coming through this, it means the cow has been milked completely.
So it cannot breathe in?
Nothing. People ask of blood and what, because this one has been standardized in terms of which it cannot pass the cells of the teats. Yeah. This black cow gives us 22 liters in a day. The red one in the middle gives us 12 liters in a day. That is a Jersey. The Frisian one, the black and white, gives us 18 liters. The 2 other black ones gives us 28 liters of milk each. Then we have the red one here called Sahiwal, gives us only 10 liters.
What is the name of the black breed?
The black breed with white marks is called Frisian. The black one is just a crossbreed. It's a crossbreed between Sahiwal, which is indigenous, and Frisian, which is an exotic cow.
The ones that give 28
28 liters are all are crossbreeds. So we are trying to improve the traits in Sahiwal and Frisian. So currently, calves. Calves, you're going to see where we rear them. Yeah, we always rear our animals from 0 to almost 32 months. Before now we can decide to sell to farmers.
So the Sahiwal and the Frisian are the two main cows?
No, Sahiwal is a dual purpose cow, but Frisian and Jersey are the main dairy cows. And they have their own challenges. That's why we have to cross with Frisian for it to adapt different environment, to be resistant to diseases, to be able to be hardy, to be able to go free range, and also not to be fragile as they are because their skin is so fragile, to create the dualness. Yeah, you can get from us because this is National Sahiwal Stud, the only one in Kenya. Yes, biogas we do. It's over there, and we have the thing itself over here. There is the cooker. Okay, mwalimu, you can see. Wekea yeye on akubali kama inafanya. This is from our dung. Yeah.
How long does it last, like, before
Depending on the feedings. Like you keep on feeding the dung all the time.
All the time?
Yeah, because the one you fed, normally the bacteria will die.
Yeah.
After they have died, it becomes a slurry. It can no longer give you gas. So you feed in fresh dung every morning and evening. That's why you'll see the gauge moving. Right now it's a bit low. They have not refilled. And also, if there are any residues or unwanted materials in the biogas, the quality of the gas goes down and the productivity also lowers.
So this one is not limited by time, like
It's not.
for 2 hours, so it can run like the whole day.
Yeah. Provided you have a large number of animals giving you fresh dung all the time. Yeah.
How about is it affected by weather?
It's not. Yeah. Because nothing will get into the biogas because the chamber has been closed. The mixing chamber is completely closed. Yeah, it's you now to control what to get into the chamber. Yeah.
I thought the
So this is
pressure
another additive in terms of waste management, the ones we do in our animals.